The dangers of global warming have been discussed in recent presidential debates, in schools throughout the nation, and at dinner tables when families sit down and enjoy a meal with their loved ones. There is no doubt that climate change is on the minds of millions. On Capitol Hill, New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey have advocated for the passing of the comprehensive Green New Deal.
Are we ready to take back our future and take back our lives? Because that is what this fight is all about.
Climate change is a global crisis that must be addressed in an aggressive way.
The bill outlines the government's environmental goals for the upcoming decade and lists steps that America should take to ensure a healthier, cleaner Earth for future generations to inhabit.
It was really from that crucible of activism where I saw people putting their lives on the line and Native peoples putting everything they had on the line, not just for themselves, not just so that this country can honor the treaties that we have made, but for the entire water supply for the Midwest United States.
The Green New Deal calls for meeting 100% of the power demand in the United States through clean, renewable energy sources. The bill also states that the government should plan to overhaul transport systems, and this includes endorsing and expanding the electric vehicle market. However, the Green New Deal's reach even extends outside of environmental policy. Because of these unrelated goals, some moderates argue that the Green New Deal is nothing but a wish list of progressive economic proposals.
A snowball, and that's just from outside here. So it's very, very cold out, very unseasonal. So here, Mr. President, catch this.
However, proponents of the bill argue that the Green New Deal is necessary for the fight against climate change and the future of our nation. The fight against climate change is not just taking place at the highest, most distinguished chambers of our government. Even at the state level, politicians are working tirelessly to reduce carbon emissions and save this planet. In Massachusetts, State Representative Sean Garbely has introduced a bill similar to the Green New Deal, which would convert Massachusetts to 100% renewable energy by the year 2045.
So what the bill would do is set up a clean energy council that would, as we go on through the next couple of decades to get to 2035, it would look at what sources of clean energy need to be supported and need to grow in order to hit that target. Changed it a little bit, so it's to transition Massachusetts to 100% renewable energy, 2045 in all sectors, but 2035 in utilities.
Okay, that's great. And so that's mainly concerning where households and businesses get their electricity from.
Correct.
Is it also concerning maybe, like, for example, public transportation?
Correct.
It's all electric. Great.
Public transportation, public buildings, homes, heating. This is a very ambitious bill, but that's why it's 2045.
Right.
But
and so for the heating, you're planning to phase out natural gas, I'm assuming, for
right.
heating. Okay. The fight against climate change is not only taking hold at the federal and state levels, but local governments are joining in on the action to clean up and preserve our planet. Here in the town of Arlington, Massachusetts, the town manager, Adam Chapdelaine, is joining in on the fight to save our planet.
I think the best thing we've done in the past 5 years is launch our community choice aggregation. That's the program where we have gone out to bid for electricity purchases for all the residents and small businesses of the town. And we've built in green components to that, so everybody's getting, had been getting 5% more, now 11% more green energy than the grid, and can buy up to either 50% renewable energy or 100% renewable energy. I think that's probably the broadest measure we've taken.
The debate is over. Climate change is real. It is already causing major problems. And if we do not act boldly and decisively, a bad situation will become worse.
So Obama's talking about all of this with the global warming and that, and a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. I mean, it's a money-making industry, okay? It's a hoax.
The Pentagon says that climate change poses immediate risks to our national security. We should act like it.
With an election year coming up, it is important for voters to understand the issues facing our nation, and climate change is perhaps the most daunting of them all. As it continues to pose a threat to America and the world at large, voters need to make sure that they are electing representatives at all levels of government who will work to prevent the effects of global warming. Climate change isn't going away, but as long as people get out and support politicians who will fight it, well, humanity may just stand a chance of surviving.